Hey guys. Whoa, that was not good. Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. Today is June 11th, 2022. Um, just a regular day of flying. I am actually in a wormhole right now. Um, where is my. Ah! Shouldn't have started talking. I was doing just fine before I started talking. Um, let's get that up and going. So I just scanned down a relic site. Uh, being a work day, I've only got about an hour or two before I got to start getting ready for work. So, um, thought I'd just do a regular flight video and talk into my microphone and hopefully not die while I'm doing so. Let's see here. And these can be kind of fun because there's an ever present feeling of possible death out here in wormhole space. Okay, good. Sorry, just taking a second here to see what this costs. Okay, so that's another wormhole. Nice. Okay, there we go. So, one thing I've started to try to do is be a little bit more uh, meticulous with my scanning or of the boxes. So, what I'll look for is like named boxes. That way, I'm not scanning the same ones all the time. If you've, I'll do the disclaimer. If you've never watched the channel before, um, about the beginning of the year, I did a 100-day stint as an alpha character um, to see what all I could learn and basically just get better at the game. I love this game. I did, you know what? I'm an idiot. Unlock. Ooh, there's 3 million in that one. Unlock. I'm doing this on purpose. Okay, so that's remains, and we want to see what that one is. So we're circling this one. Good. What I'm doing right now is checking with my cargo scanner, seeing what is in each box. So there's 3 million in that one. It's definitely worthwhile. 1.4, so that one is definitely worthwhile. But I want to see what is in these other boxes here. And now that I looked at all the remains ones, I can look at the other three and know that I'm not missing one. And that is a mistake that I've been making a lot of lately. I'm not paying attention to that. So I'm constantly looking at other boxes. 3 million, good. 448, it's all right. And 794. Okay, so the first two are worth 6 million total. The rest of them are worth about that same amount. Why do I do that? Because over here with my D-scan, I'm keeping an eye out since I'm in wormhole space if anybody is uncloaked and out in the netherverse, um, so that if they do show up, I can get away because I am an alpha character. I don't have a cloaking device, so I have to be more careful than normal. If you've watched me before too, this does get a little bit frustrating because uh, using a cheap gaming laptop and not the greatest internet connection whenever I am videotaping, this just goes a little bit slow. So my patience runs a little bit thin. Oh, come on. Where is... Where is it? Did I just miss it? There it is. Alrighty, good. There we go, that's one. Let's go over to the ruins here. pump my micro warp drive once. Check my D-scan. Anybody here? So, I've talked about this before. Oh, I'm sorry. So while I'm doing this, uh, basically I did a series where I was an alpha character living out in low sec, and mostly in the NPC space of, I'm sorry, the nullsec space, NPC nullsec space of Stain. So if you want to go back and look at that, I did about 50 videos of that, just starting from scratch and how to live out there with being an alpha, so not having a cloak or anything like that. This one, I have a reason for it. I might make a video tomorrow. My current character, um, let's get this up and running. My current character, well, I came up with this idea to play the game as if there were no warp gates. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Yeah, it might be dead. Now that is bad. Okay. Sometimes I don't care how many good skills, I don't think you can get out of that one. Let's try this again one more time. We get one more try at it. See how slow this goes? This literally goes like 1/3 the speed. It's like I've got tie-dye on my relic analyzing. That's why I would love to do these videos more where I'm doing these, but it just takes so long. Okay, good. I got that one. Wanted that one. That will help me kill any really bad viruses. Okay, come on. Frustrating. Oh. Five. Is it down here? There it is. There it is. So slow. So slow. Alright, I don't have the patience for this. Literally, that took me 3 times as long, if not longer, to get done. So, I know there's other boxes here, but I've got over 10 million ISK worth of stuff now. Really, 10 million? I thought that was... Okay. So down here in my... I'm going to warp back to the wormhole. Warp to 0. And head home to my home base, drop this stuff off, and probably come back to the wormhole while I'm not videotaping, so I can do this faster. But in general, I have my home base. I don't use Eve gates, so I only use wormholes, so it makes it tougher, but it challenges me more. Am I going to do this long term? No, I basically decided, even though I have other characters, this is going to be my main character for quite a long time. I have personal reasons for that I'll get into in a video coming up. There we go. But so Amanda Rose is going to be my main character going forward. But let's get back home. I got nobody in system. Da 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 da. Dock away. Okay. One thing, the last video, I was able to get my coercer up and running. And with basic short range guns, what I thought today was I'm going to pull it up and take a look at the skills and anything that I might be able to upgrade to get my DPS up now that I have a base of 8 guns on the ship. How can I increase the firepower of the ship by upgrading my skills? So let's see what we got. First, let's drop this off. And then once I end the video, I will go back out to the wormhole and try to get my stuff. Scan down some more sites. That's just, I'm asking to be killed because that was going so slowly. I'm not going to take that chance. So, Coercer. Make active. So, uh, just as a reminder, I was able to get my cursor up to, even the fitting screen slow. I have anything, oh, I guess I got a paint thing up over here. That's terrible if that's what's, and a snippet, close. Maybe if I went down to one screen. I'm going to do a try next video I do where I'm scanning down a wormhole and do it from just one screen. Maybe I need to start focusing on that while I make videos. When I moved back into my office a month or two ago, I remember I had my desk and my second screen, which I always love having a second screen. Maybe that's what's slowing things down. So I'll try that next time. But, so we got, long story short, we've got small focused pulse lasers that I built. I am slowly accumulating upgraded guns for the ship, just to show you here in my inventory. As I'm killing rats, I'm getting some meta level 2, meta level 3, both beam lasers and pulse lasers. As you see here, not a whole lot so far. These were ones that I built, but as I kill the rats, I'm able to get a few more. That is a small focused afocal pulse maser, which is, just see here, is a meta level 1, tech level 1, so not a huge upgrade, if any, to the one that I'm using. I think there's probably an upgrade there, but if we look at the small focused particle stream, pulse particle stream, anode particle stream, if I can get 8 of these, I'll throw them on the ship. I could throw on different ones, but I like to give the same amount. If you look here, got tech level 1, meta level 3. So what is the difference between the two? And I could compare. What I can do is this is a small focused modal pulse laser. So one of the guys who actually watches my videos pointed out to me that I can compare these things. Oh, that's nice. So if I want to compare all of them that are similar, I don't have to click on each one. I can hold down the control button, click that. Now all 3 of these are highlighted. I'm not doing the beam lasers because they're a different type of gun. I'm trying to compare similar types. And then we're going to compare all 3. And then come on up here. And I've already got clicked on only show attributes that differ. There are a lot of attributes to each one, but we're only going to look at the ones that differ. I want to look at activation costs, so how much it costs to get it up and run, to fire it. That is basically ammo for the beam lasers. CPU usage, so how much space they take up. Damage modifier, so this is the amount of damage they do. And then the meta level, why not? Doesn't really hurt. And the optimal range is a little bit different. So as you notice here, let's go ahead and sort it by meta level. Now this is this small focused pulse maser, which is one of the first ones that you can take off of a rat that's out here. Actually, can I... do want to try one other thing. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. I don't want that one. Fine. I know what to do. Remove. Oh, come on. remove. Thank you. The guns that I built the other day, those are small focused pulse lasers. So in my compare tool here, did I close? Gonna stop for a second. What I want to do is compare the 3 guns that I picked up off of rats plus the gun that I made from scratch, which is the lowest level that you can use. I'm clicking on the wrong thing, so I just need to relax for a second and start over before I get angry. Let's try this again. So first, let's go into my item hanger, and the small focused pulse laser that I built the other day, I'm going to pull up that blueprint. So use the blueprint. And that's what's currently on my ship. This goes so slow. Maybe if I minimize that. And then it produces small focus pulse laser. So I'm going to do this a little bit backwards because I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to take my time. Utilities, compare tool. If there's anything that would ever get me to compare, thank you. Quit making videos. It's the speed. I don't know if you've ever done things with a slower speed that you're so used to clicking on all the time. It's like if you're playing a game and the frame rate goes down. That's what basically it feels like. I don't know how they do these massive battles with like. I could see like this is a weird part. I could see like the 10% tie-dye where everything completely slows down, so you can watch a movie and play. But if it was at like 30 or 40% tie-dye, where you have to actually control things, but it's just slow, that would drive me insane. So I got those, and then we're going to go into here. And look at 3 guns that I was talking about earlier. Okay, good. All 4 guns are there. Now we will pull up. We don't need to know what the estimated price is on them. All of the different attributes here. So, and then these are the different meta levels. Meta levels are, everyone here is a Tech 1 meta group, which means that they're just a basic gun. The meta level 0 are the guns that I built. They're the most basic type. The meta level 1 is the lowest level that you can get off of a rat. Meta level 3, it goes up to level 4, I think. Maybe level 5, but I'm pretty sure level 4. But as you notice, as you're starting to get these things off of the rats, they will change the stats. Now, you can then later on move on to Tech 2. You can do some faction type guns. Each one of these will be better. Now, one thing you want to be careful of is, obviously, if you notice here, these get a little bit better almost always. But sometimes, just because it's a level 3, there might be a downside to one of the attributes. And that's what's going on right here. So if you notice, level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, the activation costs get better. So it costs less ammo for your pulse laser. So that's good. Your capacitor doesn't go down as fast. CPU usage, 15, 13, 12, but then when you go to a level 3, your CPU usage goes up. What is your CPU usage? It is the space, in my mind, the space or the amount of capacitor needed to fit the item onto the ship. So even though the Tech is better on here. It's a level 3. I'm sorry, the meta level is a level 3. It's harder to fit this onto a ship. Then you deal with what your skills are, that sort of thing, whether or not you can get it on there. And then damage modifier, all of these damage modifiers go up. So you've got a base of 3, and then that goes up to 3.4. So you're doing a little bit more damage, and your optimal range gets a little bit better. But this is my point here: is you want to be, I'm sorry, here, you want to be a little bit careful. It's really good to compare tools, and if you can fit a level 4, or if you can't fit a level 4, you might be able to fit a level 3. See what I'm saying? So, really good stuff there. The last thing that I wanted to do, and it's just a basic video, I actually wanted to scan some more in the wormhole, have some fun there to show you, but it was just going too slow. is I'm going to pull up Miss Amanda Rose's skills. There we go. And, oops, I wanted to pull up my fit. There we go. Right now my DPS is a 114.9 with standard lasers and basic guns, some upgraded extruded compact heat sinks, which help out a lot. So this is my base damage that I'm going to be working with and trying to increase that damage per second here. Some point I'll talk about alpha hitting. That's huge if you're going for one-shots, maybe fleets, things like that. But I'm just going to focus on DPS. So 114. So what I want to look for is skills that would increase that. Don't need you anymore. So we'll go into gunnery. Now, I'm still trying to work with the skill plans. I put those in the background. I do have some other skills going on here. The Amar Destroyer level 4 will be helpful, but it doesn't increase my damage if I remember correctly. In gunnery, controlled bursts is helpful. It lowers the capacitor need to fire the guns, basically increasing my ammo, but doesn't increase the damage. Motion prediction, kind of a hitting. It's the skill that helps you on tracking your targets. Some people normally wouldn't put this toward damage dealing, but one thing to think about is when you're doing your damage, you can get critical hits, and even missing a target. If you miss a target, it's the worst thing because you're not getting any damage whatsoever. So if you're dealing with multiple sizes of targets, this could be something good. That's 3 days. Rapid firing. It increases your rate of fire, so that will instantaneously increase your DPS. And sharpshooter increases the optimal range, which also helps out with the hitting guys for more damage as far as critical hits, or there's levels of penetrates and smashes and that sort of thing does more damage. So the more of that you can do, rather than just hitting a target, the more damage you could do. When I used to play, I was so focused on the skills that only increased my damage. I didn't look at those other things that would increase it without it specifically saying it. Gunnery, level 5. This actually increases my rate of fire by 2%. Now this, combined with your rapid firing, this is a 4% here. Gunnery, both of these work for all guns. This actually increases your any weapon rate of fire, whereas this says weapon rate of fire. Okay, so what's the difference here? We got our per skill level, 2% per skill level, and rapid discharge or weapon turrets 4%. So basically the same thing, just a little bit better. Gunnery is one of those. You need like level 5 to do, I think, tech level 2 um, equipment. So even though it costs more, you can fit better items onto it. Small energy turret. So this gives me a 5% damage for the energy turrets that I get on there, and it only costs one damage, uh, 1.5 days to skill up on. Why wouldn't I do this? And I will do it. I'm going to throw it in here. But the downside is it's only for energy turrets, where the other items earlier were for all turrets and all guns. So I'm not going to do the hybrid turret upgrade just yet because I'm not using them. Surgical strike. Um, Again, up increases your damage um, by 3%. So while the uh, laser, um, small laser, small energy turret upgraded that by 5%, the surgical strike here upgrades it by 3%, but it's for, again, all weapon turrets. Drop you over here. Trajectory analysis, again, 5% bonus to weapon turret accuracy fall off. So it increases or that fall off space that will allow you to hit the farther ranged items. Not going to bother with that one just yet. I'm sure it will help. I want to spend a little bit more time looking at it. Then there are other level things here like projectile turret, pulse laser specialization. Um, those would be helpful. I'm not going to worry about them just yet. And they have prerequisites. I have to have small energy level 5, which will take me 11 days. Once I were able to get it to it, I could then upgrade to the pulse, whatever. Um, so definitely some things that I can grow on. Why am I focused on only gunnery with this? I talked to or replied to one of the comments yesterday. They were saying that, and I 100% agree, that the the destroyers themselves are glass cannons. They don't give you a lot of wiggle room because they don't have a whole lot of medium and low slots. So I'm using this as an ends to a means because I like them. They're easy to fly. I'm able to kill some battleships and some clone soldiers to make some ISK and get some materials. Ultimate goal is to buy a blueprint to start messing around with some cruisers and having more fun that way. So, wasn't really planning on talking that much, but I was more wanting to do some wormholes. Uh, I've got one day left to work, and then I get to play a lot tomorrow. So I'm going to play a little bit more here, and then go get something to eat and get ready for work. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Um, and that's about it for me. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however that you want. Maybe the next video I do, I'll try to do the only on one screen. See if that works. Alrighty, have a great one. Bye bye.